Ezekiel chapter 8 verse 16 to 18. He said, then Yahuwah brought me into the inner courts of Yahuwah's temple at the entrance of the sanctuary between the entry room and the bronze altar. There, he said, there were about 25. He said there were about 25 men with their back to the sanctuary of Yahuwah. They were facing east, bowing low to the ground, worshiping the sun. They back Yahuwah's sanctuary, worshiping the sun. That's the Sunday that you are seeing today. It's the venerable day of the sun. They not take it as something that they can see as their own almighty one, their Aluah. You must not take another. Yahuwah will not tolerate your affection to any other mighty one. That's the second commandment. Yahuwah will not tolerate your affection to any other mighty one. Never. He said they were bowing down. And let me read again. He said, then Yahuwah brought me into the sanctuary. This is Ezekiel, which they translate to Ezekiel, that is giving his own accounts. He said, then Yahuwah brought me into the inner court yard of Yahuwah's temple at the entrance to the sanctuary between the entry room and the bronze altar. There were about 25 men with their back to the sanctuary. They backed the sanctuary. With their back to the sanctuary of Yahuwah. They were facing the east, bowing low to the sun, worshiping the sun. Today the Muslims worship the sun and the moon. They look at where the sun rises. That's where they're facing. They are bowing. They are bowing to the sun. That's what the Muslims do. Then the Christian, they name it a full day, the first day of the week that is concerning a man for you to start your work. They name it a day of the sun, the venerable day of the sun, which they call Sunday today. The day of the sun, Sunday today. That is what everybody will not say, happy Sunday, will not text you, happy Sunday. No! Look at it here. They were bowing down to the sun. So they were facing the east, bowing low to the sun, to the ground, worshiping the sun. Verse 17. He said, have you seen this, son of man? Yahuwah asked, is it nothing to the people of Yahudah that they commit this detestable sin? You that is focusing on the Sunday today, is detestable in the eyes of Yahuwah. That's why the truth is coming out now. You must focus on the truth and set yourself free from it. He said, have you seen this, son of man? Yahuwah asked. It is nothing to the people of Yasharah, to the people of Yahudah, that they commit this detestable sin, leading the whole nation into violence, thumping their noses at me and provoking me to anger. Therefore, verse 18 say, therefore I will respond in fury. I will neither pity nor spare them, and though they cry for mercy, I will not listen. This is what Yahuwah is telling you now. Not by you going to one big auditorium every Sunday, you say you are praying to the Creator with your evil system name that they have programmed for you. They program a day that they worship their son, and they program a name. Those things does not matter to Yahuwah. When you call him any other name, it does. You can't call. Somebody will not call you some other name and you will respond. No, those are not your name. Somebody will not call you a different name and you will respond. No, it's not your name. When you call your name, you will know that it's your name. Your name is your identity. It identifies you. So you cannot call Lord or God or Jesus or Christ and you will feel that the Creator will be listening to you. No, never. The name of the Creator is Yahuwah only, full stop. And it's tied to Aluah, which they translate to God. They translate Yahuwah, which is the name of Yahuwah, to the Lord in their system of the word Sunday programming, and they now translate is tied to Aluah, to God. That's why they say the Lord your God. No, it's Yahuwah your Aluah, not the Lord your God. The Lord your God is evil. The Lord your God is evil that will lead you to destruction. But Yahuwah your Aluah, when Yahuwah is your Aluah, it will lead you to eternal life, because Yahuwah is eternal life itself. To Daraba Yahuwah. Yeshayahu, which is translated to Isaiah. Yeshayahu chapter 58 verse 13 to 14. This is how you will enjoy your Shabbat. He said, keep the Shabbat. He's not telling you now. He said, keep the Shabbat day Kadash. Don't pursue your own interest on the Shabbat day, but enjoy the Shabbat and speak of it with delight as Yahuah's Kadash day. Honor the Shabbat in everything you do on that day, and don't follow your own desire or talk idly. It's not a day for you to follow your own personal desire or be talking idly. No. I recommend this very part to you also. Constantly read this very part that you are reading. This very Yeshayahu 58 verse 13 to 14. He said, keep the Shabbat day Kadash. Don't pursue your own interest on the Shabbat day, but enjoy the Shabbat and keep it and speak of it with delight as Yahuah's Kadash day. Honor the Shabbat with everything you do on that day, and don't follow your own desire or talk idly. He said, then Yahuah will be your delight. When you do this, when you not follow your own desire, or when you not talk idly, talk anyhow, you're like you normally do your normal days, when you focus on Yahuah on that day, he said, then Yahuah will be your delight. He said, I Yahuah, he said, I will give you the great honor and sanctify you with the inheritance I promised to your ancestor Yaakov. I Yahuah have spoken. Yahuah has told you how to observe the Shabbat day, and I pray for you today to focus on the day that Yahuah has programmed. There's no two Shabbat. It's only one Shabbat in a week. There's no moon Shabbat. Moon Shabbat is deception. The one they put in the evil system that they are telling you that the Sunday is their new Sabbath. The evil system that they are programming their own day. Nothing like that. Yahuah created the Shamayin and the Arat, which they translate to heaven and earth. Yahuah created the Shamayin and the Arat in 6 days. And Yahuah now created the Shabbat day, and Yahuah barak the Shabbat day and set it apart. And Yahuah now told us, he said, remember the Shabbat day. Remember this Shabbat day that I created, and you too set it apart for your life. Set it apart from your 6 days. He said you have 6 days each week to do your ordinary work. He said, but the Shabbat day is the Shabbat of Yahuah your Aluah. Is Yahuah your Aluah? Is Yahuah your Almighty One? You must know today that Yahuah is the only Almighty One. And when Yahuah is the only Almighty One in your life, you must focus on the day that He has programmed, which is the 7th day of the week, not your moon Sabbath. Never. The moon cannot dictate the Sabbath day. Never. The Sabbath day is the 7th day of the week. Yahuah created the moon on the 4th day of the week. I pray for you today for you to live in the direction of Yahuah. Don't live by your own sense. Don't live by your own mind. But live by the Daba, which is the word. The Daba of Yahuah. Live by the Daba of Yahuah only from this day. And be free indeed. To the Rabbi Yahuah and Ba Hasham Yahusha.